ECAfrica100, connecting entrepreneurs on the African continent and beyond. Profiling 100 entrepreneurs in 100 days. Tune in as we amplify African excellence with your host, Vanessa Perimal, on Africa Business Radio.
Hi guys, thank you for tuning into Africa Business Radio. If you've been listening to the podcast, you would know that my hustle as an entrepreneur found me launching a movement called ECAfrica100. It's a scalable movement that lived in my headspace for about 14 years. Thankfully, through the power of collaboration, technology, networks, and most importantly, when you got your back against the wall and you cannot pay for your municipal bill, you start innovating in a way that you didn't realize can realize your full potential. Before we launched, our guest today doesn't even know. Before we walked into our room, because I heard a previous interview of him, he says, have a plan. We never expected to launch with a TV show and a podcast series. So Debanj, a global artist, D-E-B-U-N-J. Is that how I say it?
No, I love the way you said it. It's D-B-A-N-J, but the D as an apostrophe
but I'm old
behind
school.
it.
He's 20-something.
No, you are pronouncing it well. It's perfect. D-Banj. I like it. Actually, some people say Debanj.
And you should see, he comes with this entourage. They're all wearing these black glasses. And I'm like, hello. This is like the middle of Johannesburg, South Africa. Beautiful branding.
Thank you.
Looks so good.
Thank
Just
you.
such a phenomenal human being to meet. I happened to watch a TV interview he had just done. So I'm excited. Welcome to Africa Business Radio.
Thank you. I'm Debanj. I'm excited to be here.
I mean, the way we found each other in doing the business show, I just love the way we're responding to each other in a network that has so much hope. Welcome to our show, EC Africa, profiling 100 entrepreneurs in 100 days. You have no clue. Just yesterday, we interviewed J.M. Busha. He manages 5 billion rands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in pension funds. Now, isn't it exciting?
That's very exciting.
And he's Zimbabwean and he stood for the Zimbabwean elections.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'd like to know everything business about Debanj. I'd like to know, I'm sure the Nigerians are going crazy when they're listening to the show. And I'm sure people on the continent, I'm like, yay. Bring your pens out, guys. Have your coffee ready. And because there's going to be serial business lessons to learn from. The floor is yours, Debanj. Go ahead.
Yes, so where do you want me to start from?
Tell me who you are, what you do.
I'm Debanj.
How did you enterprise? How did you know you could sing or rap? And how did you just know you can make money from it?
Yeah, oh my God. I think maybe just like you, maybe my back was pushed to the wall. You know? I think that's how it started. Like, the Banj, first of all, is my real name. My father's name is Oyebanjo. My name is Dakbo Daniel. So I took the D from Dakbo or from Daniel, either one, and then I put D Banj because so even getting the name was very, very important.
Okay.
So having the name,
branding in front.
Branding is very, very important because I always tell people dress how you want to be addressed.
So you branded so well. Let me just because maybe it's a business opportunity for you. I see you have a company logo.
Oh this that's a DB. That's my chain.
Is
so
this
it's
an
actually
African
D
thing,
Banj.
or are you innovating at the very top?
Yeah, well, we want to, the world is global now, and the world is a small place. So even ideas that we thought were just for West Africa has become the global idea. And even just like Mark Zuckerberg, when he started Facebook, it was just a solution for the immediate university around, but now it's become a solution for the whole world to use. So yes, it's starting on that platform, but we're taking it global. I think this could actually be on jeans, on T-shirts, and
I'm going to make 10% out of this. There's no clue. When we start our digital platform to scale, e-scale, don't you love that? Someone's problem solving for you.
Yes.
I think that's what the problem, what the show wants to do.
Yes.
Tell me, why must I invest? Why must my kids invest in your... Have you got lingerie? I've got an 18-year-old son. Why should I invest in your brand? Why should I download your music? Why should I follow you? What do you offer me as an African businesswoman in my 50s now?
First of all, I offer visible hope. Coming from Africa and in the music industry where this year would make it my 15th year actively in the music industry.
And making money in the 15 years.
Yes. Since we released our first single, and for me, it's because a lot of people say, "What do you want to be remembered as?" And I said, "As that visible hope."
Wow, I'm going to do a poster on you. We're doing posters on the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
You got to put a visible hope because I've come from where they've said it cannot be done. And most of the things that we're doing, that I'm seeing my young generation do today, was because of the bold steps that we took when we started. When we started, I know that as an African artist, I am the first to have a first top 10 hit in the UK around time.
I love that. I'm telling you.
Yes, so it's
the hairs are standing up on my head. That is so beautiful.
So, and we had that in about 10 countries immediately, 10 European countries. So for a long time, we've been doing music in Africa and entertaining our wonderful African. But to believe in yourself, to take the bold step and say, I'm going to take my music across the Western world and conquer. And that was done maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And today, the Afrobeat is now a genre. If you go to London, if you go to Germany, if you go to America, they now play it as if they're playing.
Tell us about 5 things you've done right that we can follow in your footsteps.
I'm a risk taker. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you got to be ready to take risks.
And you never know, Devansh may be your next guest on the show.
If you take a good risk,
absolutely.
Yes, and you got to be ready for the risk. Secondly, you got to believe in yourself.
Okay.
It's very key to believe in yourself.
Did you come from a good background where your parents were able to give you some money to believe in yourself, or did you have to hustle?
Both, actually. I came from where I was taught properly, and I was given the most immediate things I needed. But as you grow, you realize maybe you want an extra thing, and then from there you start opening your mind. And just as every parent, they want the best for their children. So music industry or the creative sector wasn't the best industry then growing up. So my parents would say, don't you see medicine? Don't you see engineering? Why, oh God, music, who do you want to resemble? All these people, do they have money? So for you today, that was when I started. And that's why I say I stand as visible hope, because then they could not compare you to anybody. But right now, if you ask out of the 900 million people we have in Africa, 70% are youths. If you ask them, who do you want to be like? They will be asking you the Banjis, the Davido, the P-Square, the Two Faces, the Casper, because now it's not just a hobby, but it is a lifestyle that you can emanate.
So it's lesson 3 that we can learn from you.
Good. So lesson 3 also is to listen. If you're going into a different market, wherever you are, you must be ready to listen. No one is an island. A good team is important to listen to them. So whether you're an entrepreneur...
teamwork is important?
Oh, it's very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Teamwork, so that you can share your ideas with your team. You rub off each other and then you get it there. That's very, very important lesson.
I think it's such an important lesson. Someone like me also, it's such a hassle to keep a team together.
Oh, yes.
And particularly in the digital age, you just can't afford it. But you've just affirmed why it's important to take people with you.
Oh, yes.
I think, guys, if you're listening out there and you're an entrepreneur, now's not the time to give up on your team. Is that correct?
No, not at all. Your team will definitely have different... because no two people are the same, so you don't expect your team players to have the same ideas you have, the same knowledge you have. But collaboration is the new competition, and just like the movies we see as an Avengers, you're able to conquer the world. But as one Captain America, there's so much.
We love Wakanda now, we are the Wakanda people.
Yes, now we're the Wakanda, and even in Wakanda, they had to bring everybody to save the world in Wakanda. So Black Panther was there, Captain America was there, Spider-Man was there. Everybody was there because collaboration is the way to go.
Quickly, let's go to 4 and 5 because I want to hear about Cream and how we can become part of your network.
Oh my God! So under
let's go to 4 and 5. 2 more tips.
2 more tips. So we've gone through what? Oh, knowledge.
Yes, I
knowledge. Information is key. So whatever industry you find yourself, educating yourself daily or updating yourself. You know, this is our digital world now. When you open one app, before you press it, you say updating, going through. So meaning that an app that was created 10 years ago, still going through updates today.
So what Devansh doesn't know is that this is the curriculum on this program. I have learned so much. It's a masterclass of information that is bursting to be heard. We must bring it to Krem also.
Yes.
It's important that we take these lessons forward. Lesson number 5.
Oh, yes. So now that you have the knowledge and you have a good team and you're ready to take the risk, and the final thing is have a very, very, very good plan before you start. Okay. Meaning that no plan can be 100%, but at least don't go in without a plan.
Okay, so he's validated my next question. My plan now is to see Deban, a sitting here, businessman extraordinaire. He's got his footprint across the globe. He's creating products and services. Me, I'm thinking, how can JT Coms be part of his network? Because collaboration is important. Mm-hmm. Also, connecting with influencers who you can share income streams with is relevant. Tell me about cream. Is this cream that I put on my body?
If you want to go,
opportunity?
No, this cream that you are saying now, for those that you are hearing, it's not bleaching cream. Oh, don't go and say you want to be when you bowl like this now. You go and do guju. No.
Tell us about cream and what
cream. Cream is an acronym. C is for creative, R is for reality, E is for entertainment, arts and music.
Is this your platform?
Yes, it is. It's a platform that's 2.5 years old now, and it was launched August 2016.
Is it an app? What kind of platform?
It's a web-based platform. It does almost everything that an app would do, but because our targeted audience still have to fight with data.
So Android is...
and every type of phone, because it's built on the USSD. If you can just pick up your phone and dial *463#, you don't need to have the app. The app comes to you.
And then people in my number group can also engage.
Yes, now, because you know that, of course, attention, you have to, nowadays, to gather people's attention is very, very important. And,
so that's important differentiator. So
it's a web. It's a USSD web designed platform.
So I can connect you from Ethiopia?
Yes, anywhere. You can go online now and connect with us.
And
you can also connect with them. It's a gateway.
Business?
It's a gateway. Now you're in the media industry. Right. Maybe what you actually do desire is maybe you need access to market, like clients or artists or music, someone that you need. What Cream platform does is a gateway. I'll tell you a typical example. So someone came on the Cream platform from somewhere far and uploaded a song. You need video. You have a song, you don't have video, and I need marketing. And we had the song, and my mentors heard it and liked the song. And what the Cream does is it sponsors you. And it funds you. And today, that is one of the biggest songs in the country and in Africa. Mr. Real Legbegbe. Yeah.
So profiling 100 entrepreneurs in 100 days, it's just a movement we want to take to the continent. And serendipity and the universe will bring you the people you need to
meet. You
need to meet. So we want to collaborate and we want to network. I'm going to leave this challenge with you. We should not be reinventing this on another network if one works already. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, of course. I agree with you.
100 days in Nigeria is something we should bring in. And I think people listening out there, tell us, guys, what networks we should be plugging in, because what we don't want to do in business right now is recreate the wheel.
Yes, that's very important. I want to agree with you, because why I like the ECAfrica100 is because what if I'm an entrepreneur that is into agriculture, and then I find someone else that is already on that lane that can be my mentor. So the mistakes that person made, I won't have to make that mistake because I already have someone. So we can definitely connect. And I think these are African problems. We just don't know how to be outward looking and to be inclusive in our brand building. And it's not our fault, it's because of how we were raised, as in we were not given that opportunity to know that collaboration is the future. Because abroad, that's how it's done. Right? You see, even the labels, you see Universal still working with Sony, still working with Warner Music, all of them working together. Yes.
Tell us about your music, who you love listening to.
Ooh, everybody.
We now going to go. Who's your favorite artist?
I'm dancing Guam, brother. You see me dancing Guam. Guam. I'm dancing. I love Destruction Boy.
What are the best products that we can engage with?
Well, right about now, content is the new crude. So if you're thinking about listening to music to elevate your soul, African music is the way to go. I'm talking about the whole African music. From South Africa, you'll be talking about Casper Yoverse to Busiswa to Busi to Babes Wodomo. And if you're going to be coming through to East Africa, you see Diamond Platinum, Victoria Kimani, so many people. Yes, you come into Ghana, you see Sakode, Shatawale, you come into Nigeria, you see everybody. You see Tiwa Savage, you see Whiskey, Davido. I'm here too. The bunch. I'm the bunch. You see someone like me. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're looking for our content, if you're looking for our product, if there's anything that we have a very rich culture and a rich history in Africa, and that is embedded in our music, is embedded in our sound. So yes.
So our team normally doesn't have favorites, but I can tell you, our camera guy, Jude, he normally counts me down. He's like, go, the show is
time, but he's not saying anything today.
Nigerian thing now. He's giving you too much airtime.
I love it.
Before we leave, tell us how to reach you.
Yeah.
I want to learn something from you, please. Yeah. 2 things. What inspires you? And what is your key failure that if you could do it again, we could learn from?
I think, firstly, standing for visible hope. That's what I stand for. So I would say that hope is what inspires me.
Oh, wow. That is so
the fact that we can be hopeful, and the fact that the more hopeful you are, the more reality you see. So starting from where I've come from to having the first African artist with a top 10 record around the world, or even to be signed to one of the biggest artists before anybody had social media, such as, Good Music, Kanye
But you got
West.
4 million followers now?
Across our board, yeah, more than that.
Give us some numbers. Hit us with
No, so if you're looking for me, you can see me on Instagram. I had to change my name because we were going to Deban, so I changed it to Bangali. Bangali from the Lee Temple. So it's Bangali from the Lee Temple. That's I am Bangali. That's IAMBANGAL.
Our team will be very nice and do nice things.
I am Bangali. And on Twitter, it is I'm the Banch. Because Twitter has been there since. So I just left it as I'm the Banch.
And can spoil your career. But tell me about those painful lessons you wish you hadn't made and that we can avoid.
As a businessman, firstly, we must always separate business from friendship. It will be very hard.
Yeah.
But
it's an important lesson.
It's a very important lesson. Also, I always tell people that I don't have any regrets. Most of my mistakes, I've just classified them as expensive school fees.
Wow.
So you will make mistakes, but one of the biggest mistakes that I would see, or one of the highest school fees that I've paid, is the one that I told you. You must always know what is business and know what is friendship, and separate.
Thank you. We're going to tune out now, but before I go, so we met Devansh at Viva Nation TV that's going to carry the live show of the TV side. I'm encouraged that we are starting a network. It's so profoundly emotional for me to understand that we can get into Nigeria on the simplicity of a conversation we had and through a platform to Krim. And that we can be profiling 100 entrepreneurs in 100 days in Nigeria as soon as we even thought of tomorrow, never mind next year. So I'm encouraged. Thank you. ECAfrica100 is a network to amplify businesses.
Yes.
And across from hair to manufacturing to cooking and to the business side of music.
Yes.
Where do we find you? You've given us all your Twitter handles. You've given us all your Facebooks. Where exactly are we shooting ECAfrica100 in Nigeria?
I think the Cream platform is the gateway platform. So however how we can collaborate and showcase those wonderful entrepreneurs we have. We have access to the people. You have a great product and a great content to also enhance the people.
This guy has got my head thinking. So at the moment, we like taking our camera and meeting people. But I think the initial contact of bringing the 100 entrepreneurs into one space births conversations in conferencing, in exhibitions.
Workshops.
Absolutely. So we're going to speak to you. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I think we're going to speak to you about the Nigerian link.
Okay.
And we look at your platform and we're creating content and we want you to move.
No problem.
Thank you so much, ECAfrica100. At ECAfrica100 is our hashtag. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you so much for following the movement that has never existed, but is an opportunity for us as Africans to unite in a pan-African market on global stages.
You've been listening to ECAfrica 100 on Africa Business Radio. Join the conversation. Hashtag ECAfrica100.